So I guess how do I want to put this? If you if you've watched any of Romantic's videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. Even if you haven't, not a hard concept to follow when I tell you. But Romantic, he, he separates the ro and mantic. There's a separation word. It's ROE space and mantic. Well, to make a long story short, is he's always going on, know what you're worth, know what each yard pays, know your prices, get the best money for what you can get, for what you've got. Which I'm totally down with that. And it all also boils down to if you take the yard A, which is closer to home, and they're not paying as much than yard B, which may be further away, well, it's about volume. You don't want to go to yard B, which is further away, and take in the same amount as what you would at yard A. For the simple fact that you got to cover gas. What's your time worth? Uh, those are the two big things for me: time and gas. You know. But anyway, I don't know if I should be upset about something or not. And if I am, it's because of my own stupidity. Because I didn't do my homework and my due diligence to find out prices. I normally go to a yard that's closer to home. And I take my copper there. There's all kinds of stuff I take there. Well, that's yard A for me. Well, yard A for me, for number two copper, they pay $3.30 a pound. Number one copper at that yard pays $3.40 a pound. Now keep them numbers in the back of your mind for a moment. I went to yard B with number two copper today. Number two copper at that facility is $3.42 per pound, which is 2 cents more per pound than number one copper at yard A. Now, number one copper at yard B is $3.77 per pound. Wow. Granted, I had 2 pounds of number two copper, which was, I got to check to see if I'm right on this. Yeah, I had 2 pounds of number two copper at $3.42 per pound, which came to $6.84 per for the 2 pounds. Now aluminum cans, they put aluminum, then they put UBC, which is used beverage cans. I had 21 pounds of that, of the aluminum cans, 50 cents a pound. $10.50 for the whole load. Grand total $17.34 for the entire load. Now, granted, I didn't have like a huge load. I've taken in bigger loads than that with smaller vehicles. But my point is, know what your yard's paying. And yet, aluminum cans at this yard pay 10 cents more per pound than the location I normally go to. And I've been well aware of that for a long while. But for me, going round trip and spending an hour and a half out of my day versus 35 minutes out of my day. I also look at what's 10 cents per excuse me, what's 10 cents per pound in the grand scheme of things when I could be collecting other stuff and making money in that hour time frame. Because you figure 35 minutes versus an hour and a half. That's like pretty much an hour difference there. Pretty much. So I look at it, well, gee, in that 1 hour, what could I possibly collect to make up for that difference on the 10 cents per pound? Granted, it's $2.10, I want to say, difference between the 21 pounds I took in today on aluminum cans. $2.10 difference between where I went and where I could have gone, which is closer to home. Now, that $2.10 pretty much paid for my gas to get to and from the yard I went to. It is what it is. But had I had a whole pail full of copper, whole pail of number 2 copper, that would have probably yielded, let's see here, I had 2 pounds at 342 for 684 total, and that bucket was hardly even, there wasn't much in it really. I had still three quarter bucket to go to fill it up. So yeah, that one bucket would have probably yielded pretty close to $50 if I had it full. Well, I'll say anywhere from 35 to $50. Because I'm not exactly sure how much that could hold as far as weight goes. But yeah, know your prices. And aluminum cans. If I go to the location close to home and get my 40 cents per pound, I'm in and out within, well, it's not even 35 minutes really. It takes me 8 minutes each way to get from, well, basically from home to there and back. It's 8 minutes each way. So, you're talking 16 minutes round trip. Plus, with the 21 pounds of cans I had, it literally, once I start unloading the vehicle, the guy is right there putting the conveyor and running them up. So it literally takes probably another 5-ish minutes to go through that. So you're talking, I'm going to say right around 20 minutes to get there, unload the cans, get paid, and pretty much go home. If I go do that. 21 minutes versus an hour and a half round trip. So yeah, that's why a lot of times I don't go to that one yard to take in aluminum cans, because I've got to unload them, empty the bags into the bins they got, just so if the guy can come with his forklift, weigh everything out, blah, 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 blah. There's a certain time and point where you're like, you know what? I don't care if I'm making an extra 10 cents per pound. My time's valuable. Because there can be times you're like, I'm going to go take the 10-cent hit, get my 40 cents a pound. Well, you could possibly go down the street and who knows, find a battery. Well, that battery could come up to be a $10 bill. Well, right there, for me, I look at it as, well, everything worked out. I don't know. But two, on the thought, I don't really want to look at the aluminum can bit. I'm looking at, I guess, higher dollar items like copper, brass. Uh, my mind just went blank on what the heck I was thinking of on that one. But copper, brass, just anything that's a higher value, yeah, it's worth the trip to go a further distance. Aluminum cans, nah, I want to stay closer to home just because time issues, whatnot. But anyway, higher ticket items, know your price, do your due diligence on pricing, and if you have to go the extra mile and you have enough to do it, yeah, it's well worth it. Anyway, I hope somebody finds this video helpful. If not, well, I'll do what I can next time, alright? See you around on the next video.